Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. This is Dave Little. We're coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. And just for fun, I wanted to try something new. So I am going to flip over to this introductory slide. And hopefully you all are seeing this now on your screen. This is an update of the happenings in Heartland Ladies Wrestling this time of the year. As you can see, our champion is Nicole Matthews, and she is scheduled to defend the title here in Cleveland, Ohio tonight against Ivelisse. This has been a hot rivalry, and it is going to be a no disqualification match here tonight. Also tonight, we will see the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship as the champions Nicole SAVOY and SHAYNA BASZLER take on the team of the Sinister Sweethearts, Brittany Blake and Samantha Heights. BASZLER and SAVOY would be the prohibitive favorites in that match, but Blake and Heights have a million tricks up their sleeve, and we will be interested to see what happens there tonight. Also tonight, we will see a no disqualification grudge match between Porsha, Perez, and Genocide. Porsha Perez, as you know, the longtime tag team partner of Nicole Matthews. Genocide, the bodyguard of Ivelisse. These two are banned from ringside tonight, but they are going to, for the championship match tonight, but they are going to settle things with a grudge match later on this evening before we get to our main event. And in our opening contest, we will see Allison Danger take on Trish Adora. Now, before we went to the broadcast, we saw Samantha Evans pick up an opening match victory over Miranda Alize with her pump handle slam. A wild finish between the team of the Allure, Angelina Love and Mandy Leone against the Kimber Bombs. And after a steel chair got involved and after the Allure's hairspray got involved, it was Angelina Love with the Koji clutch on Cherry Bomb forcing the submission and giving the victory to the Allure. Killer Kelly was next up, using her Valet de Morte to get a pinfall victory over Sarah Del Rey. And just before we came to air, it was the former ladies tag team champions Malaya Hosaka and Jazz picking up a count-out victory against their longtime rivals, the Hex, Allison Kay and Marty Bell. Now, as we get rolling, we will say hi to the folks in the chat room. Salvador America is here. Dwayne Martz is here. Frank Wainscott, Cleveland baseball fan 879, Mark Ferguson, and Frank Wainscott. And a couple of questions about Play.con. Play.con was awesome. 3 days of nothing but fun, and really enjoyed the experience. I won't give a full breakdown, but some of the highlights. Let's see, from a wrestling perspective, ST Patrick was on hand at Play.con, and he was demonstrating his squared circle wrestling game, which has taken on a lot of popularity here in YouTube circles. Always good to catch up with ST Patrick. Also played a game of face to the mat wrestling of the Filsinger variety as well, led by the one and only Steve Tower, After Further Review with Steve Tower fame. Also got to have dinner with a number of folks, Al Wilson among them. Al Wilson, of course, the creator of Fast Drive Football. Great game. Al and a number of us went to dinner last night in the middle of the convention. On the tabletop, the weekend started off with a History Maker Baseball Express tournament. This is a fun little baseball game. It uses all the History Maker baseball cards and the History Maker baseball rating system, but it's a condensed game so that you can get a 9-inning game played in about 15 minutes. You don't go hitter by hitter, but you go inning by inning, and you cycle through the batting order over the course of the innings. And in about 15 minutes, you can generate a score. I took the 1987 Reds to the tournament and finished with a record of 3-3, so no complaints there. Guy Hoffman of the 1987 Cincinnati Reds in the series finale pitched a complete game and gave up just one run in a game that had my opponent pulling his hair out because Guy Hoffman was not a stellar pitcher. In fact, he was a semi-workman pitcher, if you're familiar with History Maker baseball ratings. And yet he pulled off the improbable, getting a big victory on the tabletop. Later on Saturday, there was History Maker Golf, a fun golf tournament. I did not win the tournament, but I did shoot a 71-68, so finished at 5 under par, and that was pretty high up on the leaderboard. The tournament came down to a 3-way playoff, which was very exciting. And then last night I did a little Let's Play Tennis and a little Highlight Maker Hoops, the condensed form of the basketball game. So yeah, a good time was had by all. Play.con, if you have the opportunity to get out to Denver for that 3-day weekend, it is a blast. All right, and with that, we are ready to get things started here on the tabletop. So yeah, thank you for asking. Play.con, always a good time. I did give out some of the Legends of Wrestling fast action cards, which were well received. I have 6 printed sets left. So if anybody wants a printed set of the action cards and has not gotten one, on the description of the video, you've got my Discord, you've got my Facebook, you've got the Filsinger message board, 3 ways that you can reach me. If anybody would like a copy of the printed version of the Legends of Wrestling fast action cards, foreign objects, and out of the ring action, those are available and they are free of charge. I will send those out to the first 6 people that ask for them. All right, and with that, good review from Salvador, America. Thank you. Glad you are enjoying the cards. Ladies and gentlemen, your following contest is the opening match of our televised broadcast. It is scheduled for one fall. Disqualification rules will be in effect. Introducing first from Washington, D.C. Let's go to the tabletop. Let's go here. Yeah. We are now on the tabletop, if I recall correctly. Introducing first. She stands at 5 foot 8 inches tall and weighs in at 180 pounds. Coming to you from Washington, D.C., this is Trish Adora. Trish Adora, quite the athlete, quite the physical specimen. Very imposing figure in the ring is Trish Adora. And her opponent comes to you from Belmont Hills, Pennsylvania. She is one of the founding creators of Shimmer Wrestling. She stands at 5'7", weighs in at 140 pounds. This is Allison Danger. So the veteran Allison Danger taking on young Trish Adora in tonight's opening televised broadcast. So we are ready for action here. One question that did come up among the folks I talked to at Galacticon who watched these videos was a question about my die rolling mechanics. When I have a decision roll to make, usually the baby face or the champion or whoever's on the left here is represented by white, and the wrestler on the right hand side is represented by blue. So when I do the opening initiative roll, it is 6 for Allison or 5 for Allison, 6 for Trish. So Trish will win the opening initiative roll. Then, for the standard flow of the match, I use the white die for offense and the darker colored die for the defense. So we will start off with Trish Adora on offense, and she rolls a leg scissors with push-up 1. And the blue die is the defense, Allison Danger, with the level 2 reversal. So yeah, if you ever have any questions about that, let me know. I did not realize until Galacticon last weekend that there was confusion about that. So Allison has executed a level 2 reversal on the leg scissors with push-ups, and Allison is now in control, and she is not going to go with the whip to the ropes. Yes, that's an A chart for Trish Adora. Instead, Allison rolls up and goes with the arm drag. And Trish Adora is dazed. Both ladies back to their feet. Allison's still in control. She goes for another arm drag, and this time takes Trish down to the canvas. Allison in control, and she is going to forego the whip to the turnbuckle and instead roll up again with another top wrist lock. Not a good idea for Allison, as Trish Adora, with considerable upper body strength, is able to reverse that. And it is Trish now who comes back and picks Allison up, slams her down in a divorce court, wrenching that left shoulder. Trish quickly going for the pin on a roll of 3 or lower, and on a roll of 8, Allison is able to kick out, but she is now favoring that left shoulder after a tremendous power move by Trish Adora. And now Trish is thinking about a death jump. She thought better of that, and instead she is going for the Olympic slam, and Allison Danger hits the canvas hard once again. And now a judo throw from Trish Adora. Trish follows that up with another divorce court, and Allison's starting to feel the effects of that on her left shoulder. Another divorce court. That's three times now. Trish goes for the pin once again. The pin roll is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 9, Allison is able to kick out, but she is in some trouble here as Trish has taken over. And Trish is not going to go for the death jump. Instead, Trish goes with that divorce court again, and now Allison Danger is going to roll out of the ring and seek respite on the arena floor. The roll for Allison is 8. That's the helpless crawl. Trish is going to wait her out, and Allison is going to have to make her way back into the ring ahead of the 10 count, where Trish is waiting. And now Trish with the Lariat Tubman. That is her finisher. It is a +2. The pin roll here is 7, and on a roll of 5, she got her. Good win for Trish Adora against a dangerous opponent. And with the Lariat Tubman, it is Trish Adora picking up the pinfall victory in tonight's opening televised match. All right, so one match down. Let's see what's happening in the chat room. Dave, do you rank your wrestlers or do you go by wrestlers? I'm not sure I understand your question. By your matchup you would like to see. Or if you're asking about how I schedule the matches. Yeah, I've got a full Excel spreadsheet where I keep track of all of my federations. Now, unlike television wrestling, in Heartland Championship Wrestling, every championship match is, at least for the major championships, you don't, in order to get a championship match, you have to win your way to that through a number 1 contenders match. None of this business about, the Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series last year, so the Cincinnati Reds are going to come along and challenge the Phillies, and suddenly there will be a World Championship match between the Reds and the Phillies. That ain't going to happen. You've got to work your way up the ladder to get to that position. And then all of the undercard matches are geared towards wrestlers working their way up the contenders ladder in order to qualify for the number 1 contenders position and earn that title match. And if you want to know more, I can do a whole video on how I do my rankings in my federation. Frank, if you would be interested. A lot of folks would probably find that a little boring, but and Salvador America is old school, tracks his win-loss on a notepad. Good for you. All right, so that is our opening contest. The following contest is one fall to a finish. No disqualification. This is a grudge match. So anything goes in this one. Both these women barred from ringside for the main event, Heartland Ladies Championship, but they have decided to duke it out here in Cleveland in a no disqualification grudge match, and this could get ugly. Introducing first, hailing from an undisclosed location, standing at 6 foot tall, weighing 200 pounds. This is the Bionic Beast, Genocide. Genocide, of course, the second, the muscle for Ivelisse, the #1 contender to the Heartland Ladies Championship. And her opponent comes to you from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. She stands at 5'3" and weighs 122 pounds. This is Porsha Perez. So the size mismatch between these two is very significant. But Porsha Perez is not one to back down from a challenge, and she is a very skilled and very athletic competitor in that ring. Let's see how she can do against Big Genocide, giving up the better part of 80 pounds in this matchup. So the opening initiative role is won by Porsha Perez. So she takes the opening initiative, and she immediately comes out with a series of punches. Those are agility moves, and she is able to back Genocide into the corner. Porsha punching away, and Porsha now just goes right to the eyes. Rake of the eyes by Porsha Perez. Porsha going on the attack and tries to grab a hammerlock. That's not going to work on Genocide. Genocide reverses that, and she goes for a lifting wrist lock, trying to get Porsha up off of the ground. Porsha hits a reversal on that, and it is Porsha coming back. She thought about a whip to the turnbuckle, but she's not strong enough to do that, and instead she goes for some kicks to the midsection. Battering away at the midsection of Genocide. Genocide is not backing down. Porsha again tries that hammerlock. She's got the arm twisted behind the back of Genocide. Genocide still unaffected. So Porsha goes with another series of kicks to the midsection, and Genocide is still not phased. And now I've got my phone ringing in the background. Pardon the interruption. Here's Porsha with more punches to the midsection, and Porsha this time is going to follow that up with a quick drop kick. Genocide finally goes down, and here is Genocide as Porsha goes for the pin on a roll of 3 or lower, but on a roll of 7 she kicks out, and the match continues. Porsha follows that up with a divorce court. We saw Trish Adora use that move. Now we're seeing Porsha Perez use that, and that's a really good way for a smaller opponent to take down a bigger opponent and slow down the action. Genocide is down, but Porsha follows that up with another rake of the eyes, and Genocide is not happy about that. Genocide just shoves Porsha away from her into the corner. Porsha hurtling backwards from the center of the ring all the way into the corner after that big shove from Genocide. Genocide tries to shove her again, but this time Porsha somersaults out of the way of the oncoming Genocide, and it is Porsha who comes back and delivers another series of kicks to the midsection. Midsection kicks by Porsha Perez. She's playing a good game of stick and move here. Another rake of the eyes by Porsha Perez, and Genocide is on the defensive once again. And here is Porsha now with a whip to the ropes. And coming off the ropes is Genocide, and on a roll of 5, that is the Porsha drops down. Genocide comes off the ropes the other way. But this time on a roll of 3, it is Genocide who stops in mid-ring, grabs Porsha, and just chokeslams Porsha down to the canvas hard. So Porsha Perez now in some trouble here as Genocide has just planted her with that big choke slam coming off the ropes. And now the sit-down power bomb. This is Genocide's finisher. It is a +2. The pin roll here is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 5, she got her. Just like that, Genocide has prevailed over Porsha Perez. Porsha had a good run at it, but once Genocide caught her, choke slam, sit down power bomb, 1, 2, 3, party's over. And luckily for Porsha, this match did not end on a roll of doubles, so we do not go to the feud table for that, as the referees are quickly on the scene to roll Porsha Perez out of the ring and prevent Genocide from doing any further damage. Very exciting confrontation there. Battle lines have been drawn. Both these women are being escorted back to the locker room and presumably just out of the arena once and for all, so that they will not be able to intervene in tonight's main event. All right, so that is match number 2, and we are ready for tonight's championship matches. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit, and this is for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. This is a championship match. Disqualification rules are in effect. Introducing first the challengers. Believe it or not, these two are at a total combined weight of 215 pounds. Total combined weight of 215 pounds. You heard it here first. But these two are as devious as they come. And this duo is nothing but trouble, collectively known as the Sinister Sweethearts. From Cincinnati, Ohio, Samantha Heights, and her tag team partner from Blackwood, New Jersey, Brittany Blake. So Brittany Blake and Samantha Heights, the Sinister Sweethearts, have made their way up to the number 1 contenders position. And they are here tonight in Cleveland, right in Samantha Heights' backyard. Maybe not backyard. It's about a 4-hour drive from Cincinnati up to Cleveland, but still a lot of hometown Buckeye support, even though throughout the rest of the country, this duo is notoriously wicked and not well received by fans across the country. But they are here tonight to challenge for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship against your reigning and defending Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions, coming in at a total combined weight of 277 pounds. First, from Sacramento, California, this is Nicole SAVOY, and her tag team partner from Waterbury, Connecticut, the one and only Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez has done it all in the sport of wrestling. Very respected competitor inside the ring and out. Knows her business and represents this business incredibly well. Yeah, I am a big fan of Mercedes Martinez. All right, and with that, we are ready for action. And it will be Nicole SAVOY starting things off against Samantha Heights. And the opening initiative role is won by Nicole SAVOY. And it is Nicole coming out with an attempt at a big boot, and she nails the big boot. Oh, no, we got a reversal here. Nicole went for the big boot. Samantha ducked out of the way of that. And it's Samantha who comes back with the soul food, that boot to the side of the head, and Nicole goes down. How about that? Right from the opening lockup, Nicole SAVOY goes down. Samantha Heights with a chance to do some damage here. A drive-by kick stuns Nicole SAVOY. Nicole gets to her feet. Samantha's on her. Samantha with a cutter takes Nicole back down to the canvas yet again. Wow, Samantha Heights starting this match off on fire against a very accomplished competitor. And it is Nicole trying to get out of the ring. Samantha's not going to let that happen. And instead, Samantha with another soul food. Nicole is down once again. Here is Brittany Blake coming in for a double team. And on a roll of 12, oh no! On a roll of 12, it is the Sinister Sweethearts who toss Nicole into the ropes. But Nicole comes off the ropes, ducks under the double clothesline, and double clotheslines both Samantha and Brittany down to the mat. Wow. What an alert move by Nicole SAVOY. She was in some trouble there. but she just overpowered both the challengers, and she now is in control. Samantha Heights still the legal competitor in the ring for the Sweethearts. And now it is Nicole locking in the SAVOY lock. Going right to the submission. The submission roll here is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Samantha is able to get over to the ropes. And Nicole is going to tag in her partner, Mercedes Martinez. As the hold is broken and Samantha's slow to get to her feet, Mercedes comes right in with a huge boot. That is a choice G maneuver. Choice G. So we can either go with a death jump roll or a power roll. And believe it or not, Samantha Heights has a death jump rating of C. So that's going to be the better opportunity for Mercedes. And on a roll of 8, Mercedes with a big flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle takes Samantha Heights down to the canvas yet again. Nicole's going to follow that up with a brain buster. Samantha slow to get to her feet, trying to get over to the corner to hopefully make a tag as Mercedes moves in. And it is Mercedes who is going to forego the whip to the ropes and is going to roll up for a big power slam. Down to the canvas hard again goes Samantha, cutting off Samantha's ability to get over and make that tag. Mercedes in control. Not going to do the whip to the ropes again. And instead this time it is a running clothesline. And oh, Samantha Heights ducks under the clothesline. Samantha comes back with an elbow strike. And Mercedes is staggered back. Mercedes tries to fire back with a leg sweep, takes Samantha down to the canvas, and Mercedes is going to follow that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Samantha Heights, but oh, on a roll of 3, that is the opponent charging in, Mercedes charging in with a running shoulder dive, but moves out of the way and goes crashing outside of the ring. The opponent rolls on the out of the ring chart. So Mercedes charges into the turnbuckle. Surprising mistake by a competitor, the likes of Mercedes Martinez. But she's not going to let that get her down as she grabs Samantha by the leg and drags Samantha out of the ring. And on the arena floor, it is going to be Mercedes with a big win. And Mercedes is going to slam the head of Samantha Heights into the ring post. And Samantha was a little goofy before this match. She's even goofier now as her head has hit that turnbuckle hard. And now a brain buster by Mercedes Martinez takes Samantha back down to the canvas again. Mercedes in control here. Samantha trying to struggle free, cannot get away. And now it is another running clothesline. Samantha again is able to duck out of the way. And this time Samantha with another elbow strike. Mercedes fires back. Unfazed by that, tries for a shot to the face. The shot to the face is a choice C maneuver, and she can hit that on a roll of 10 or lower for a level 2. And on the roll of 9, she hits it. And Samantha is stunned. Samantha's still not able to get out of the ring as Mercedes continues on the attack with some brutal chops in the corner. Those brutal chops of Mercedes Martinez, quite possibly the finest striker in the sport today. Samantha is stunned. Here comes Nicole into the ring. The champions have the opportunity at a double team. And on a roll of 7, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline delivered by Mercedes and Nicole that takes Samantha back down to the canvas. Nicole, now in control, is going to go for a Texas Cloverleaf. This is a choice F maneuver. So she'll need a roll of 10 or lower to connect on that. And on a roll of Snake Eyes, she got all of that one. And Samantha Heights is down. Nicole's going for the pin. The pin roll here is 6 or lower. That means we've got to go to the pin save chart. And on a roll of 8, the pin save is unsuccessful. Now we go to the pin roll on 6 or lower. And on a roll of 5, she got her. My goodness. A dominant win for the champions here, the team of Mercedes Martinez and Nicole SAVOY, defeating Blake and Heights, the Sinister Sweethearts, as Nicole SAVOY wins that matchup. for her team, pinning Samantha Heights in fairly convincing fashion with the running lariat. Okay, so the finishing move was a running lariat. And with that running lariat, it is Nicole SAVOY scoring the pinfall victory over Samantha Heights in tonight's Tag Team Championship match. That was slightly more exciting than I expected, but the outcome of that one was as close to predetermined as you can get. All right, that brings us to our main event of the evening. The champs send a statement to any future contenders. And we've got some chat here to catch up on. Neil Lau is in the chat room. Welcome to you, sir. So yeah, Rampage. Let's see. Go Fight Pal. There's some talk about that. Go Fight Pal, of course, the creation of Eric Konieczny, who won the Galactic Cup this year. Salvatore America putting over Rampage, over 10,000 wrestlers. Yeah, I still have an old copy of Rampage with a DOS emulator that I can run from time to time. The Lance Hafner Game Company, that is no longer supported, no longer in circulation, but the Rampage wrestling game. Oh, and it turns out Rampage is a character in the Go Fight Pal universe who reminds one of Vader. All right, so yeah, here we go. I think we're caught up on the chat. Yeah, Eric won the Galactic Cup this year. Wonderful guy, Eric Konieczny. I like Eric quite a lot. Was happy to see him get the victory at Galacticon. I have not tried the Go Fight Pal game, however. That's one of those things that, is on my list of 1,000 games I'd like to play one of these years, maybe 2027 or so, when the opportunity presents itself for me to potentially retire, if all goes well. Then who knows what kind of trouble I'll get into here in the Dave Cave on the gaming table. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall to a finish. There is no time limit and no disqualification. And it is for the Heartland Ladies Championship. Introducing first the challenger. Standing at 5'4", weighing in at 115 pounds from San Juan, Puerto Rico, this is Ivelisse. Ivelisse, a Puerto Rican badass, and you must be a badass if you're going to cause Nicole Matthews to be a babyface, which is the situation here in Cleveland as the champion comes down, standing at 5'8", weighing 140 pounds from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This is the reigning and defending Heartland Ladies Champion Nicole Matthews. And Nicole Matthews actually getting cheers. She doesn't know quite what to make of that, but Ivelisse has been terrorizing the Heartland for a year or more. She launched an attack on Velvet Sky, and then the very popular host of the Heartland Ladies Wrestling broadcast. And then she brought Genocide in, and Genocide also had a brutal match with Velvet Sky. That Velvet Sky actually ended up winning that match. But Ivelisse, undaunted, has made her way to the number one contender's position. These two fought to a wild double disqualification in their first encounter to set up tonight's no disqualification rematch. Nicole Matthews against Ivelisse with the Heartland Ladies Championship on the line. And the opening initiative role is won by Nicole Matthews. So the champion comes out and immediately goes for an elbow drop. That's an agility move. So Ivelisse gets out of the way of that one. And it's Ivelisse who fires back with a vertigo kick. Ivelisse quite an array of kicks and strikes at her disposal. Nicole will use more suplexes and slams and more power-based attacks. So this will be an interesting contrast in style as Ivelisse comes with an exploder suplex that takes Nicole down to the canvas. Ivelisse follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes the champion. And on a roll of 12. That is a big scorpion kick delivered by Ivelisse coming off the ropes. That puts Nicole down onto the canvas. Ivelisse with a chance to follow that up. She's going up for a death jump. Death jump chart in effect, and on a roll of 7, Ivelisse comes off the top turnbuckle with a flying forearm that takes Nicole down to the canvas. Ivelisse now in control. Ivelisse goes for the Desert Eagle. That is a sunset flip power bomb. That's a +2 finishing maneuver. And on a roll of 4, we'll have a pin. And on a roll of 11, Nicole kicks out, and the match continues. Ivelisse follows that up with a switchblade, and Nicole gets slowly to her feet. Ivelisse still in control. A ride-along, another big kick from Ivelisse. Nicole still stunned. As Ivelisse comes back with a scorpion kick. Down goes Nicole. Ivelisse going for the cover. The pin roll is 3 or lower. And again, Nicole is able to kick out. But Ivelisse, with her punishing kicks, has taken control of this battle. And now she is going to take things out of the ring. And that is out of the ring, no choice. But Nicole Matthews is not somebody you want to mess around with on the arena floor. But on a roll of 11, on the out of the ring chart, level A, the opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object. Foreign object charts in play. It is a steel chair. Ivelisse just took a whack at Nicole Matthews with a steel chair. And the referee can't do nothing about it because this is no disqualification, baby. So Nicole is going to make her way back into the ring. Ivelisse is ready and waiting with more damage in mind. Here is the Flaming Arrow. The Flaming Arrow is a slingshot DDT, and that takes Nicole Matthews down to the canvas. Ivelisse still in control. Another ride-along kick. Nicole is reeling. She's backed into the corner. Ivelisse fully in control here. Another ride-along kick. Stuns Nicole. Nicole in trouble in the corner here. And here is Ivelisse with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Nicole Matthews, and on a roll of 10, that I believe is that's the better ropes rating. The better ropes rating goes to Ivelisse, and Ivelisse hits the running clothesline. Nicole goes down once again. Ivelisse now with El Alacran. This is a stretch muffler submission hold. And Nicole now is going to leave the ring. She gets to the bottom rope to force the break. Nicole leaving the ring. And now on a roll of 2. Outside the ring, Nicole Matthews grabs the leg of Ivelisse. Damage being done on the outside of the ring as Nicole grabs Ivelisse and rams her back first into the ring apron. And as we all know, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring. Nicole has just done all kinds of damage to Ivelisse, and it is Nicole in the ring now with a neckbreaker DDT combo, and down goes Ivelisse. Nicole going for the cover. The pin roll is Snake Eyes, and on a roll of 11, Ivelisse kicks out, and the match will continue. And now it is a brainbuster by Nicole. Ivelisse is stunned. Nicole following that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. She whips Ivelisse into the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 11, it is the double big specialty move. Both women executing their big specialty moves. Both women A-rated at the turnbuckle. So the advantage goes to the wrestler on offense, which is Nicole. So it is Nicole executing a big elbow smash at the turnbuckle. Stunning Ivelisse. Nicole in control. And now it is another brainbuster. Nicole again goes for the cover. The pin roll is 3 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Ivelisse kicks out. Both these ladies showing signs of fatigue now. As we're 10 minutes or so into this match, and they have already beaten the stuffings out of each other. Nicole now in charge and can attempt a lion tamer. This is a choice G maneuver. And on choice G, you have the option to go with, let's see, where's my choice chart? You can go death jump or you can go power move. And in this case, the power move is to the advantage. So the Lion Tamer will be successful on a roll of 9 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Nicole gets her over into the Lion Tamer. She's going to try and force the submission. The submission roll is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 3, she got her. How about that? Just like that, Nicole Matthews turns things around. And Nicole Matthews has won the rematch here with the Lion Tamer to score a submission victory over Ivelisse, and that has got to feel sweet after everything these two have been through. To force a submission is just an awesome victory for Nicole Matthews. She is your successfully defending Heartland Ladies Champion. So congratulations to Nicole Matthews with the Lion Tamer, scoring a submission win over Ivelisse. And you got to think it was that ram of the back into the ring apron that hurt the lower back of Ivelisse. Nicole Matthews, very resourceful and opportunistic. She saw a chance on the arena floor to turn the tide of the match, roughed up Ivelisse, slammed that lower back into the ring apron, and then went with the Lion Tamer. And Ivelisse, with the pain shooting up and down her back, forced to tap out to your winner and still Heartland Ladies Champion Nicole Matthews. All right, what a battle indeed. Okay, there has been some chat in the chat room that I missed out on. My apologies for that. So let me go back and, well, no, I'm not apologizing for that. I was busy running a match, but let me catch up on what has happened in the chat room. Main event time. Judy Martin is the Velvet Champ for Neil Lau, and Judy's having a nice little run here in Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Mark Ferguson enjoying his retirement. Can't wait to get there. Salvador America on short-term disability. We wish you all the best, sir. And Eric Kanichi getting some love here in the chat room for Go Fight Pal. Kayla Sparks. I heard Kayla Sparks on the radio the other day, and she does sound like a great young woman, and great to see that she's getting some love here. I've started to listen to Busted Open Radio on Sirius XM, and there's also a Busted Open Nation podcast, and that's just a fun listen on my way to work. Dave Lagana, Bully Ray, Mark Henry, Mickey James, sometimes Thunder Rosa, Tommy Dreamer, all participants in that show. I highly recommend Busted Open Radio if you can get to that. Frank Wainscott starting his all-female fed in a couple of weeks. It will be the Vixens of Wrestling. Any tips on running a female fed? Neil Lau says use bra and panty matches. I'm no fan of that. I consider the women wrestlers and the women athletes to be just as accomplished and just as deserving of respect as the men do. Nothing personal, Neil. Love you, brother, but there will be no bra and panty matches or any gratuitous business in any of my feds. I treat the women athletes with just as much respect as competitors as I do the men. And so that would be my encouragement to you, Frank. Give these ladies their due. They work hard. They train hard. They have strived to earn their place in this industry and deserve the utmost respect from all of the fans. So that is my feeling on that. Yeah, we had a slobber knocker going. Mark Ferguson channeling his inner JR. What a battle. And Nicole takes the victory in tonight's main event. All right, so that will wrap things up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It is a privilege that you all have taken time out of your Sunday nights to spend some time here with Heartland Championship Wrestling. As we go back through the distinguished guest list, we see Salvador America, Mark Ferguson, Frank Wainscott, Neil Lau, I know there were others here tonight that said hello earlier in the chat. Lively chat tonight. Love the chat. If I have not called you out yet, my apologies as I scroll up. Neil, Salvador, Mark, Frank. Somebody else I thought was in at the beginning, and I cannot remember. Oh, Dwayne Martz. Dwayne Martz, thank you for stopping in as well. Cleveland baseball fan 879. Great crowd tonight. Thank you to everyone. Next week is a pay-per-view, so we will have a full pay-per-view broadcast next Saturday, beginning in the late afternoon, probably 4 o'clock Central Time or thereabouts, as we bring you the next Heartland Havoc. I believe this is number 115 or so. The title of the pay-per-view is Satisfaction. The main event will be Ric Flair versus Terry Funk for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Also on the show, the World Tag Team Champions. Let me pull up my Excel spreadsheet where that show is listed, and we'll give you a rundown of the full card. So it will be Flair and Funk on top of the card. Tag Team Championship is oh yes, of course, Jack and Jerry Briscoe in a rematch against Kevin Sullivan and Cactus Jack. That one alone will be worth the price of admission. Kevin Von Erich will defend the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Championship against a contender to be determined this week. And Nick Bockwinkel defends the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship against Antonino Rocca. Bockwinkel and Rocca with a classic encounter at Galacticon last weekend, which was won by Rocca. And as a result, Rocca gets a shot at Bockwinkel's Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. Those matches and so much more next week, live at the Dave Cave with Heartland Havoc. Actually, it's episode 116. Satisfaction is the name of that pay-per-view. The Rolling Stones will be providing the entrance music for that. And we will see you then. So thank you again to everybody who tuned in. And to steal a phrase from RJL Network, please leave a like on your way out through the turnstile. And until next week, this is Dave Little signing off from the Dave Cave. That is our stream, and I am out of here.